Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. Here with me today, I have a diamond in the rough I want you guys to meet. This here, Sebastian Adamski, linebacker out of Southern Utah. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate having you on. I want to get a chance to meet you. I mean, I know you had a stellar career for Drake before you transferred out there to Southern Utah. Want to learn more about you and your journey, dude. So go ahead and start us out. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Sebastian Adamski. I'm from Tucson, Arizona. Like you stated, I went to Drake University before Southern Utah. I got to Southern Utah in January, so I did spring ball here, and then now we're in the season.
Cool. Yeah. As we're chit-chatting right now, we've already gone through a few games this season, right? So, Sebastian, want to kind of talk through some of your earlier days before we get to your collegiate moment. So, how long have you played football? Let's kind of start with that question.
I started when I was 7, and I played in Arizona. You can do like 2 seasons in one, so we would do like the summer and winter leagues.
Okay.
So from like 7 all the way to high school, I played like football year round.
Wow. So, been playing a really long time, second
Sir.
grade. So
Yep.
that's uh, pretty much it. Having my notes, attended Walden Grove High School there in Arizona. Talk about your high school days, if you don't mind. Any fond memories? And if you had participated in any other sports, enlighten us.
Yeah, I went to Walden Grove. It was a really fun time because like a lot of my really close friends and like people I claim as like like cousins or brothers, we all were able to play all together, so that was a lot of fun. So like my best friends are twins, so I got to play with them for 2 years, so that was a lot of fun. And then me and Rick Avalar, he's one of my really good childhood friends too. We actually led Arizona in tackles like as a duo. So he ended up playing at Dayton University, so it was a lot of fun at Walden Grove. And I also wrestled in high school. I took fourth my junior year. My record was like 51-9. But
Wait,
say I wasn't a really good wrestler. Like I was just like the guy that played football at 220 and cut down to 195. So I was stronger than a lot of people, but yeah, it was a good time in high school.
but I mean, if we're being fair, I mean, if you're winning 85% of your matches on the wrestling mat, that's not so bad.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's
uh
true.
I didn't do the math. I don't know if that's correct. So somebody please don't fact check me on that because I didn't do that beforehand. But certainly very quality wrestler as well as football player there at Walden Grove. Talk to me about the recruiting for you coming out of high school. Obviously, ended up at Drake there in the Pioneer League. What led you to Drake? Talk about that process, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So like in high school, we were always told that your junior year is your most important year. And luckily I was able to have a really big year my junior year. I ended up with like 130 tackles and I won I believe it was defensive player of the year for the conference. And so after that season I was getting a lot of like, I would talk to a lot of coaches, DMs and whatnot. And there was a lot of like Pac-12 schools that I was talking to, like U of A, ASU, Cal, Stanford. I was talking to those type of schools. And nothing serious. They're all like, we want to see your senior year. We want to see what you could do. So I went to a lot of camps and stuff going into my senior year. But that's when COVID happened. So my senior year was canceled. So I only played 4 games my senior year. So all those schools that, I was talking to and whatnot, I ended up receiving a PWO from Arizona and NAU. But the reason I chose Drake is I wanted to go somewhere I felt like I was wanted and needed. And so, Drake would always send me, those game day texts and always check up on me. And I felt like that it was a good spot for me. So that's what made led me to go to Drake.
I mean, definitely worked out for you. The other thing I kind of wanted to mention is a lot of people, when they think of the Pioneer League, they don't necessarily think of football. They think more so like along the lines of academics, because they, really take pride in that sort of thing. What were you able to achieve academically there at Drake?
Yeah, so I believe for three of the years that I played there, I was all 3 years on the academic honor roll team. And then my last 2 years, I was on I had over a 3.8, which I think is the presidential like honor roll for the school. So I took
Cool.
pride in
And
that.
what'd you ultimately get your degree in?
So I'm actually going to get my degree from Southern Utah, and it's
Okay.
going to be business management because I transferred. I had one more semester left at Drake, but I transferred here so that I could do spring ball with my new team I feel like
Oh,
I need to build chemistry with them and show them that I was here for, the right reasons.
gotcha. I didn't know if you had finished your degree, but
Yeah, yeah.
of course, people transfer all the time. I had transferred my degrees when I was in college, so I mean, I understand how that works. Of course, you were at Drake for a good long while. Do want to kind of talk about the lasting impact there, but uh, talk about the earlier experience there for you as you're developing into a player, as you're kind of getting your feet wet, not quite having as much snaps out there on defense, but some of the people ahead of you, maybe the coaches, trainers, your teammates, any people out there that have made an impression upon you that you kind of want to talk through?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I would say Drake was one of like I believe one of the best things for me as like developing as a man. When I got to Drake, going from high school, everyone is like the guy, makes all the plays, always gets the talks and whatnot. So going to Drake and being on scout team, it was one of the most humbling experiences ever. But I think it was truly the most beneficial thing for me. I going into Drake, we had a huge class. It was like 31, I believe. And then with COVID and everybody, not getting to visit the school and whatnot, by sophomore year, we ended up only having like 13 in the class. So being on scout team with all the guys on defense, we built a huge bond and we were a very close-knit group. So I feel like that's what propelled us to have success later on in our careers. But early on in my career, I want to give a huge shout out to Ryan Criseri and Tanner Pollock. Those two guys, they took me under their wing. They're older guys. Ryan Criseri was our middle linebacker. He was there every year until my sophomore year, and then Tanner Pollock was there as well till my sophomore year. But they were just really good guys that they brought me in and made me feel like I was part of the team already. Me and Criseri used to watch film together, and he would teach me the defense as well as he could. I want to also give a shout out to my old linebacker in DC, Coach Al Smith. That's my guy. He helped me become the player I am today. Me and him, a lot of times, just chatting it up and being more like family rather than like a coach and a player. So I take a lot of pride and I appreciate what he did for me there. And yeah, it was a good time at Drake, and I appreciate everyone that helped me in that journey.
Well, of course, this past off season, you transferred to Southern Utah, and from what I have seen in my own studying of this whole transfer portal bit, they're usually very active, bringing in talent from everywhere really, however they can do it so that they can compete in their conference. So they ended up bringing you in. So talk about the transfer and how you guys I guess clicked with one another.
Yeah, so out of Drake, I thought I was gonna finish my career at Drake, but my old coaching staff actually got the job at UNI, and I thought I was gonna go there with them, but some things happened, that didn't work out. So God had a different plan for me. So in the portal, just talking to coaches and everything, and me and my dad are really close, and I wanted to find somewhere that I'd be able to be close enough to home where he can make every home game, especially for my last year. So throughout the portal, with everything happening and Southern Utah always reaching out to me, always texting me again, like I said earlier, like finding someone that I feel like I'm wanted and needed, rather than just like another body is a big thing to me. And they made it clear that they wanted me there and that they thought I was a good fit for the group. So I ended up, yeah, choosing Southern Utah, and I'm very happy with my decision.
Well, how far away is Tucson from Southern Utah?
It's like an 8.5 hour drive.
I mean,
So
I guess out west, that's kind of norm.
yeah,
It's not something that I would necessarily do on a weekend, unless it's a vacation sort of thing. But it is, of course, a little bit closer for your family to attend. Hey, it works out
Yes, sir.
for you
Yes,
and your
sir.
fam, of course. Let's talk about you and your experience. Again, you were part of things there at Drake, and then of course moved on. And as we had mentioned, we've already played a few games this season. Um, how has your experience been? What sort of defenses have you been in? Of course, position that I had introduced you as is a linebacker, but kind of give me a sense of your overall experience, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So when I first got to Drake, we were primarily a 4-3. And then once, it was like my junior year, we made the switch to a 4-2-5 primarily.
Mhm.
So I've really played all positions, three. I played Mike, Will, and Sam, just depending on injuries or what they needed me to be. And then I've also played both positions in the 4-2-5 as a Mike and a Sam. But usually I would like to say the quarterback of the defense. I like to take control and try to put my teammates in the best position possible. But yeah, I would like to say I'm a versatile player. I've played all three positions, and luckily I've been able to succeed in all three positions.
Well, I mean, at the very, I mean, kind of looking at you as a prospect. I mean, I am kind of seeing you as an off the ball linebacker. If we're, kind of being fair about it. You know, I do feel like you have a lot that you bring to the table as a player in general. Talk through some of your best attributes, man, as a prospect.
Yeah, I would like to say like you said, I may look like maybe a smaller linebacker, but I like to say that I move very well for my size. I take a lot of pride in the way I play football and running to the ball and trying to be a part of every tackle that I can. I take pride in my coverage skills all throughout high school and every time I go back home. I work with my trainer, Cam Gaddis. He was a legend in Tucson. He made it to a practice squad, I believe, in the NFL, and then he played in the CFL for a few years and did some, pro football in Europe and whatnot. And me and him have a very good relationship, and I take pride in being able to cover like a DB, but also being able to, stop the run like a linebacker, trying to take out the running back and tight ends whenever I can.
Cool. Sebastian, one of the things that I put in my notes is, I took a dive and went to PFF and saw that you have actually some pretty solid coverage grades. And in addition to that, I also saw that you have a lot of experience on special teams. You're a key contributor there as well. Give me just kind of a sense of your attitude and approach towards special teams, maybe even your favorite position out there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, being a young guy, you always the earliest and fastest way to get onto the field is making plays on special teams. So at Drake, my sophomore year, I was on every single special team. So, I took pride on that. And we've always been taught like no matter what school I've been to, it's you own one special team. So it ended up in my career, it was punt. I was the what we called the dog on punt. I made all the protection calls and whatnot and made sure that the punt got off and whatnot. So yeah, I've always just been taught you take pride in one team. You're the captain of the team. You lead that team. And yeah, so luckily I've been able to play a lot of special teams and I take pride in special teams.
Awesome. I mean, I know over the years, this sort of development doesn't happen overnight. When it comes to you and how things have really come together for you, kind of the total you as a player. Of course, we're talking about you as a linebacker who can cover very well, but also come in and stop the run. I want you to kind of I don't know, just take the opportunity to shout out some of your trainers, especially the guys who have helped, get you right in the weight room. So go ahead, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so like I said, Coach Cam Gaddis, that's my guy. We've been through a lot together, so he's the main guy that has helped me get to where I am today. When COVID actually happened, I used to lift with Gary Pentilla. He's a guy in Arizona that is an absolute beast. He's a Hall of Fame power lifter, has, I believe, over 10 gold medals in all his powerlifting meets. And he elevated me to the strength I'm at today, like building that foundation. When I was young, Mr. Jeremy Lai, me and his son, we played football growing up, and he took me under his wing and properly taught me how to lift. it actually took me like 6 months to learn how to properly squat because I was so like tight and whatnot. So he took the time to teach me how to lift. And then at Drake, my old strength coach, Coach Connor, he also elevated my game. From my junior year, I was like 240 pounds, and then before the start of my senior year, I went down to 220, and a lot of them was his help with dieting and doing extra work and all that. So a huge shout out to him. And here now, Coach Strand has elevated my maxes to higher than I ever thought I could. I actually broke the squat record here for linebackers. I hit 600 pounds, so I'm blessed to do that. And yeah, there's been a lot of people who have invested time in me, and I really appreciate that they saw the effort that I was putting in, so they took the
Yeah,
time
so
to help.
you're saying that you broke the linebacker record at Southern Utah?
Yes, sir. At Southern Utah and Drake. So at Drake, I hit 565, and then here
Okay.
at Utah, I hit 600.
Uh, so 600 pound back squat, I believe 500 pound front squat. A very strong guy who can get things done in the weight room, but you've been able to get things done out there on the field as well. So wanted to talk through some of your best moments from last season there at Drake, and then we'll lead into this season just a little bit. So uh, you were named first team all conference last year, a total of 108 tackles. Very respectable performance from you and your teammates there at Drake. 8-3. Want to talk about a few moments, of course, and then maybe you can, share some of your favorites. Um, Great upset performance against Eastern Washington to start things out. You had a very solid performance out there. Um, great games against Butler and Marist. Um, uh, Talk about that first one there against Eastern Washington, if you don't mind. I mean, again, no one gave you any sort of respect, but you guys were able to go out there and earn it. Talk about that performance.
Yeah, so the Drake way is always like I don't know how to say it, but we take pride in like being the underdog. You know what I'm saying? Like our saying was, "There's nothing scarier than a man with the wall against his back." You know, there's nothing scarier than someone who all he's got left to do is fight back, and that was going to be us. Like you said, we were as soon as the game was posted, everybody, I believe we were 35 and a half point underdogs, and I remember the message I gave to the team was. Let's go. I want to be the underdog. I want people to look at us differently. And then when it happens, we can say we did it. It wasn't, oh, they played a bad game or this and that. Like it was because we did it. So that week of preparation, I remember it was just different. Like shout out to Blue Magic. That was our thing at Drake. That was what we called the defense. Everybody, that's where we started everybody goes over to somebody's house. We start watching film together, going over plays we saw and how we believe we can attack certain different things. And yeah, that I believe propelled us to have another great season like we did last year.
Great. 11 tackles, a sack, and a forced fumble in that game for you. Again, it was an overtime win. So you guys certainly fought through that and earned that victory when it was all said and done. Also, a great performance against Butler. Having my notes, again, yet another forced fumble. And then also, 11 tackles there. Um, do you remember any moment from that game in particular?
Yeah, Butler is like our little rival. We're both Bulldogs, so I could probably say while I was at Drake, I never lost to Butler. So I take pride in that. That was like a big thing we always talked about. But yeah, they're a very good team. They're a very good coach team. But we that was a pure game of who wants it more, who's gonna play more physical, and who's gonna play till the last seconds of the game. And we went out that game and we just dominated. I remember they were 5-0 coming into our house. They were ranked, and we felt disrespected because we beat them last year. They played some non-big schools in the non-conference games, so we made sure to leave a message that game, and that was a really fun game.
Awesome. And then I do want to talk about one moment in your game against Marist. And you know exactly what I want to talk about, man, because you had the ball in your hand, you recovered a fumble, and you're running like half the distance of the field. So talk about that if you don't mind.
Yeah, I mean that play is. Oh, I regret it to this day because we're always taught follow your blockers, and my blockers were starting to lead me towards the sideline, and I saw them all the offensive players starting to cut the ball off, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna cut back. I'm gonna cut back and make the cool touchdown, and the receiver came out of nowhere and tackled me, so I ended up only getting like a 50-yard return, but I should have had a touchdown on that play.
Hey, there's a reason why you're a linebacker. So it's okay. But I kind of wanted to talk through some of these things because I mean, in all of these big time matchups, you're you have a knack for creating turnovers, for taking the opportunity to scamper down the field when you do have the ball in your hands. And in all of these matchups, really, I mean, you're a key factor in just stopping everything, whether it be the pass or the runs. And again, you guys had a very respectable performance there for Drake. Ended up going to the playoffs, and you're walking away from there with your head held high. Doing the best that you can, of course. And you've brought that now to Southern Utah. So just now started the season, but got a lot of high hopes for this. The rest of these games. So, any final comments about your this particular season up ahead, man? You have any goals or such or what?
Yeah. One more shout out I just want to give out for my Drake boys. My house, we had a house name. It was called the Waffle House. Everybody there, CJ, Caleb, Sam. Those guys really helped me become a better man, and I truly appreciate them for everything they do. They know it, but I just want to let them know again that I love you guys and thank you for everything you did for me. But as for Southern Utah now, man, these guys here, it's a special group. Like when I first got here, they brought me in right away, and like I've been here for 4 seasons with them. They all treat me like family, and I truly appreciate it. I have another group of guys here that we're really close group guy. Me, Rick, Josh, Mark, RC. Those guys, they mean the world to me, and that they make football easier and more fun when every day football, you only play football for so long, but these relationships last forever. So I just want to say thank you to those guys. They make life better.
Well, definitely positioned in such a way to kind of continue what you've already established as a player, being the leader out there on defense. You know, uh, Dude, you're on pace to go over 100 tackles yet again this season as well. So keep doing what you're doing, and the wins will come.
Yeah.
It'll be an interesting season how things unfold for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Want to get a chance to meet this guy off the field somewhat. And so if there's anything maybe I don't know, any fun facts or something, any special hidden talents or something, give me something about you again outside of football. So have
Yeah.
at it.
Uh, One fun fact is I'm actually a first generation American. I take pride in that. My dad was born in Poland, and my mom was born in Hungary. So coming to the States, no one in my family ever played football or anything like that. So there's everyone's like, oh, my dad played football, or my grandpa, or this and that, but I was able to start a new legacy myself, so I take pride in
Okay,
that. Yeah.
cool. I mean, I didn't want to, just kind of guess, but of course, with the last name of, Adamski, it does kind of sound Polish when now I'm
Sure.
thinking
Yep.
about
Yep.
it. um, I have some other fun questions to ask. These are just kind of, again, just goofy questions. So play along if you don't mind, Sebastian. Obviously still working on your degree as we had mentioned. What's been the hardest class to date that you've taken from either university?
Oh, it was sophomore year of macroeconomics at Drake University. That class was a class. Wow. That one got me. That's the only time I ever had below a C in my college career, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So I'm just happy I passed the class and was able to survive it.
Sometimes that's you, everyone has at least one class where they're just thankful that they can move on from it. So
Exactly. And that was the
uh
one.
cool. Let's see here. Are you a morning or a night guy?
Ooh, uh, I feel like it depends on the year, because like all coming up in football season, you're always wake up 5 o'clock. You got 6 a.m. workouts, this and that. So before the season, I'm a morning guy, but then during the season, I'm definitely a night guy. I like to go home, watch film, relax, watch a movie maybe, and then luckily I don't gotta wake up too early during the day. So I'm definitely a night guy during the season.
Cool. I don't know exactly where you're going to go with this, but I kind of have a feeling, waffles or pancakes.
Oh, waffles for sure. I like
Gotcha.
waffles more.
I didn't know if that was a shout out to you and your
Oh,
boys.
Waffle House, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Was it
yeah,
meant
yeah,
to
yeah.
be?
Sausage or bacon?
Bacon.
Bacon. Okay, good, good, good. Sebastian, if you had an opportunity to maybe, I don't know, choose a superpower or something that you would love to have, what would that be? Whether that be super speed, flight, invisibility, reading minds or whatever. Like, I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but
Yeah,
I'm kind of
no,
putting you on the
that's a
spot.
great question.
Give me something.
Ooh, man, I love Marvel too, but I would like to be something like Thor. Like he does it all. He's strong, fast, but I think if there's only one I could choose, it'd definitely be able to fly. Being able to just go anywhere you want. That's
Thor's got
gotta
his
be.
hammer, dude. I mean, as long as he's got Mjolnir, or whatever the hell you want
Yeah,
to call it,
yeah,
he can get it done. Or Stormbreaker is the axe, so
yep.
that one's easier to say. um, uh, Favorite home cooked meal,
Oh, it's gotta be
and
my.
give a shout out to your fam.
Yep, I'm gonna shout out my grandma. I call her Babcha. Everybody knows Babcha. If you're one of my friends, you know who Babcha is. It's got to be her home cooked pork chops with mashed potatoes and her mushroom gravy. And then she makes this little side salad. It's like a Polish salad. It's like lettuce with cucumbers. And it's like this like lime sour cream sauce. I don't know how to explain it, but if you know, you know. It's the one.
Good enough. I want to steer things back towards football just a bit. Of course, I know you've been a fan since you were in second grade. But who are you a big fan of in the NFL? Whether it be you as a kid or right now, man. Who's maybe the guy that you try and study at the next level?
Yeah, I'm a diehard Jets fan. So Jets, if you watch this, come on, let's do it. Let's get to the playoffs this
Ride or
year.
die.
Ride or die. Need it. It's been a long time.
Gotcha. Is there a particular player who you kind of hopefully one day want to emulate or what?
Yeah, growing up, Ray Lewis was always my favorite player. The passion he played with, the way he led guys, it was something truly special. And that's why I wear 52. I got lucky when I went to Drake. I was given 52, and I was like, it's meant to be then, So trying to
Cool. Definitely creating a legacy with you. You have an opportunity to do great things out there for Southern Utah and close things out for you as a collegiate player. As we're finishing up this season, in this interview, tell everyone about what you bring to the table as a player. And if a professional team were to give you said opportunity, what they would be getting if they took a chance on you. So, final thoughts.
Yes, sir. I believe I'm a player that plays with a lot of passion. I'm gonna do everything I can to win and make sure that our defense is a dominant defense. I take pride in always being around the ball, always making plays and then celebrating with my teammates. And when I'm out there, I like to put on like a show almost. Like people come to watch, they want to support you. So I just like to be out there and be myself and have fun and just make the plays when they come to me.
Right. Certainly a player who can make plays all over the field. Very effective on special teams, does a great job in coverage, and can come down and shut down the run as well. So, Sebastian, want to wish you all the best this season and beyond. Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Sure thing. Once again, Sebastian Adamski, linebacker, Southern Utah. Check him out this season.
Go T-Birds.